Hey guys, and welcome to this video, which is basically an intro for Google search ads. Just want to take 5 or 10 minutes to really talk to you about Google search ads, what they are, how they differ from other Google and other ad platforms, and really the pros and cons of Google ads. So Google search ads, or as they used to be known, Google AdWords, and a lot of people still call them Google AdWords. It's basically an online platform that allows advertisers to serve ads amongst Google search results or Google map results for really specific keywords or phrases. In terms of Google ads, if you have heard of them before, they kind of have a reputation for being really tricky to manage and a bit tricky to actually get a good ROI out of. And that is definitely true. It's definitely true if you don't know what you're doing, or you've got your campaigns set up in the wrong way, or you're not managing it in the right way. And in this course, what I want to do is basically show you the right way. I want to show you how to basically set up and manage a Google Ads account that's going to bring in a good positive ROI. So in terms of Google search ads, what are they? I've just explained them. They sound really similar to LSA ads. And they have some similarities, but they have some big differences as well. So the main difference is kind of how they appear, what they look like on the screen. If someone does a Google search, what they actually see. So an LSA ad, just to jog your memory, is one of these. It's basically an ad that appears at the very top of the screen with this Google guaranteed symbol, and it's got like your reviews and your brand name, and someone can place a call or they can message you directly from Google. Google ads look a little bit different. This is an example of a Google ad right here at the top. So you'll see that it says sponsored, but then everything else about it, it looks like a regular organic listing. It's got the URL, it's got the headline, the description, and it can also come with stuff like images or a phone number down the bottom or site links, that kind of stuff. So it looks very organic, but it just has the sponsored thing at the top. And search ads, you can either get one ad at the top or you can get 4 ads at the top, and you can get them repeating down the page. So there can be multiple ads, many different ads on the same Google search result. So that's Google search ads versus LSA ads. Let's talk about some sort of like pros and cons and the differences with other marketing platforms. So the pros of using Google ads is that you can be very specific about the searches that you want to appear for. And what we use Google ads for is essentially lead generation. We are targeting in-market leads, bottom of the funnel leads. And if you don't know what that is it's people that are, they're not researching, they're not discovering, they're not looking for, how-tos or do I need. It's basically people that are looking for the best provider. With Google ads, we're targeting those in-market leads. Very similar to what LSA is, but kind of different to what, YouTube or Facebook or LinkedIn or Instagram, those kind of ad platforms provide. We're just going after those bottom of the funnel leads ready to buy. The other thing is that you can also be very specific about the searches that you don't want to appear for. And kind of this is me taking a swipe at LSA ads, but with LSA ads, you don't get any control over the searches that your brand appears under. And I've got some examples here of the searches that I did earlier. So this one here is cleaning company near me, Watchdog. If you don't know what Watchdog is, it was like a BBC program. I think it's still around, might still be around. And it was basically about fraudulent companies. It was about like cowboy traders that went out trying to rip off old people and that sort of stuff. So it's definitely not like a search that you would want to be, you wouldn't want your brand to be around this kind of search. You wouldn't want it included. And here you'll see LSA, Google guaranteed, these businesses here are the first businesses that come up. So not ideal. Another example is this one here. So I've typed in rip off carpet cleaners, Brixton. And in Brixton, this is what Google is bringing up as the rip off carpet cleaners. And again, you wouldn't want your brand associated with this search. You wouldn't want it anywhere near. So yeah, that's like LSA ads. And with Google Ads, as long as your campaign is set up correctly, you have the control to stop yourself and your brand being advertised under these kind of searches. And these are kind of like extremes, but there are other searches that you wouldn't want to be included under, like cheap, affordable, maybe some like searches to do with like local authority or like benefits or like that kind of thing. Those really kind of like low end searches, customers that you just don't want to be dealing with. LSA, you can't stop those. That being said, if you have a Google ad account that's been set up badly, you can still appear for these kind of searches. And this is what I'm going to teach you in the course, is how not to appear for these kind of searches. You'll see here that rip-off carpet cleaners Brixton. Well, Brixton is in London, and this is JL Carpet Cleaning Coventry. So they're obviously based in Coventry in the Midlands, which is like 3-4 hours away. So this is a search that you just wouldn't, company advertising in the wrong area under a terrible search. So yeah, this is kind of like an example of pros and cons. So coming back, the second pro is that unlike LSA ads, Google Ads advertisers set the cost of an engagement. And to put that into context, and what I mean by that is that when when local service ads first started in the US, probably in like 2018, 2019, Google were basically selling leads, as they do now, through LSA, and Google was setting the price. And the price that they were setting for, I don't know, for example, a carpet cleaning lead in the US, in Arizona, it was about $9, $10, $11 a lead. Very affordable. Great stuff, risk-free leads for $11. What's not to love? Fast forward to today, end of 2023, and the same carpet cleaning lead will cost you probably about $35 on local service ads, which it's not impossible to make profitable, but it is a lot more difficult. So yeah, LSA, Google basically make the price of the leads, and they can really inflate the cost of leads. Hasn't happened in the UK yet, but I have a feeling that it's going to. With Google Ads is basically an auction-based system where Google don't set the price of an engagement on Google Ads. You basically pay for clicks, you pay for traffic to your website, and you set the cost along in an auction with your competitors. And obviously and your competitors know how much roughly a customer or a job in your local area is worth. And so you do a much better job, you and your competitors, at actually setting the cost and making the whole ecosystem of Google Ads advertising a lot easier to actually get a positive ROI in some instances versus LSA, as long as you've got an ad account that's been set up correctly. So next up, Google Ads appear in 100% of searches. They really do. It's very, very rare to find a search where Google Ads don't appear, whereas LSA is a bit more hit and miss. And with Google Ads, you just have total control. LSA, you have very minimal control over what your ads show for, who they show to. It is very, you're kind of like, you're leaving everything up to Google. And it's very easy, but yeah, for those of you who want more control, Google Ads will give it to you. So the cons of Google Ads, and of course with every advertising platform, there's downsides. But the downside of Google Ads is that if your account is not set up well, or you do not manage it well, you will waste ad spend, and you might not even make an ROI. Just the reality. But that's what this course is here for. That's what I want to show you, is how to do it properly and how to get a good ROI. The next thing is that with this, because it's pay per click, we're basically paying for a click to send someone through to the website, as opposed to a lead, a phone call or a form fill. Our website or our landing page has to be up to the job of converting, because if it's not, you can have a great Google Ads account that's totally let down by your website, and Google Ads is great, website's terrible, you're not going to get leads. So that's Google Ads in a nutshell, guys. Next session, we're basically going to be creating an account, and I'll be talking you through step by step how to create an account and how to create a campaign. And yeah, I'll see you there.